शरणागत आवे, संतति संपत्ति सब ही भरपूर पावे। ऐसे तुम महाराज मोको अति भावे, गोसावी नंदन नित दिन गुण गावे। जय देव जय देव, जय जय जी गणराज विद्या सुखदाता, धन्य तुम्हारो दर्शन मेरा मन रमता। जय देव जय देव, जय देव जय देव।
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my privilege on behalf of the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, to welcome you all to the pre-event for the upcoming Mega India AI Impact Summit 2026 and for announcing several key initiatives under the India AI mission aimed at building the AI innovation ecosystem of India. The Government of India is organizing the India AI Impact Summit in February 2026 at Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi. That will be inaugurated by our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. The summit will focus on the impact of AI on three sutras: people, planet, and progress, and would bring together heads of states, global leaders, policymakers, researchers, industry experts, and innovators for working out a plan for leveraging AI for the larger humanitarian good and creating value. We are indeed honored to have with us Honorable Union Minister Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India, Professor Ajay Kumar Sood, Shri S. Krishnan, Secretary Niti, Professor Stuart J. Russell from the University of California, Berkeley, Mr. Jan Tallinn, founder Skype, Ms. J. Debjani Ghosh, Distinguished Fellow, Niti Aayog, Ms. Kavita Bhatia, COO, India AI and Group Coordinator, AI and Emerging Technology Division, METI, and Abhishek Singh, Additional Secretary, METI, CEO, India AI, and DG, NIC. And we are grateful that for our esteemed dignitaries to have joined us, along with policymakers, industry leaders, and innovators who are shaping the future of AI in India. To commence with the program, I would like to invite Shri Abhishek Singh to kindly welcome this august audience.
Thank you, Vanal. Honorable Minister for Electronics and IT, Railways, Information and Broadcasting, Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, our Secretary, Krishnan sir ji, Professor Sood, Principal Scientific Advisor, Distinguished Fellow from Niti Aayog, and our strong supporter Debjani, Professor Russell, Jan Tallinn, my colleague Kavita, distinguished guests, senior officers from Government of India, state governments, industry leaders, startup champions, and key partners in the AI story of India. It's my honor and privilege to welcome you all today at this event where we are formally launching the AI Impact Summit activities, the logo for the summit, and the momentum towards trying to build up a first AI summit that is happening in the global south. We have moved on from where we started at Bletchley Park in November 23 onwards to Seoul and to Paris Action Summit, where we co-chaired the summit. Our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and President Macron addressed the session there and laid down the vision for a future in which AI will help solve the challenges of humanity, help build solutions that can help extend reach of services to all, and try to create a global governance framework in which this technology works for the larger good for all and limit the harms it can cause. In the last 1 year, under the India AI mission, we have been moving ahead in this direction, trying to build up all the infrastructure that is required, data sets that might be required for building AI applications models, supporting Indian engineers, Indian minds, Indian companies in building foundation models, in building applications, providing support to researchers and students who are working in the field of AI across the universities and colleges of India. So across this whole 7-pillared India's AI mission strategy, also we have made certain progress, and some of the announcements will be made about what we have been able to do in the last few months. The last announcement we did in March, wherein 4 startups were supported for building foundation models. Today, a few more will be announced by our Honorable Minister. We also look forward to announcing all the activities that will take up as part of the India Impact Summit, the details of which will be unveiled today by our Honorable Minister. But in the days to come, we'll look forward to involvement of the entire ecosystem in building the story of India around the Impact Summit. The whole world is looking up to India. We are trying to give a summit that will not only be a forum where people come and talk, but a forum wherein action plan for the future will be laid down, and together we'll be able to move on this journey forward. With these words, I once again welcome our Honorable Minister, who has been guiding us in this journey, and all of you who have joined us here today on this occasion to motivate all the minds that are working towards realizing India's AI dream. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. May I now request Ms. Debjani Ghosh, Distinguished Fellow Niti Aayog, to kindly present her perspective on the India AI mission, laying the foundation for not just AI leadership, but a Viksit Bharat.
Honorable Minister, Vaishnaw ji, Secretary Krishnan, Professor Sood, Abhishek, Professor Russell, Mr. Thalin, Kavita, and dear friends. You know, we all talk about the pace of AI, that the pace of AI is something we are just not able to keep up with. Minister, if you permit, I'm going to share a little story that just happened 2 days back about the pace of MIT. So we had done at Niti Frontier Tech Hub a report on the economic acceleration of India, and we had talked about the India AI mission and all the different assets that it is creating. And under one of the most important assets, which is Data Kosh, we had looked at the Data Kosh website, and it was something like 500 data sets. So we had put down in the report 500 data sets. And this was just a few days or weeks before the launch. At the launch, Secretary Krishnan says, no, it's gone up to 1,500. So we were like, okay, we're going to change that. He spoke. 20 minutes after he spoke was the turn of minister to come and speak. And in those 20 minutes, it had gone up from 1,500 or to 2,500, if I remember right, plus. And that's the pace of work that we are seeing. And I don't know, I'm just, as a citizen, as an Indian, this is just so energetic. This is just, it just fills me with pride. It just fills me with hope in terms of what we can do. This is the pace at which we are working, at which MIT is working. And everyone talks about India AI mission and how transformative it is, because it is laying the digital foundation or laying the infrastructure for India's AI ambitions and AI aspirations. I just have one thought to that. I was thinking about it, is what does this digital infrastructure do? What does digital infrastructure for AI really mean? For me, this has a much bigger meaning. I think what India AI mission is doing by laying the digital infrastructure for AI for India, it is democratizing not just AI, but it is democratizing access to intelligence, to expertise, to every single Indian citizen. And imagine the power of that. Imagine the power of all of us, not just the ones in the room, but the ones sitting in villages, ones sitting in districts, being empowered to get access to intelligence, whatever expertise they want, real time at their fingertips. Imagine what this means for citizen empowerment, for productivity, for overall growth of the country. And I think that's why I strongly believe that the India AI mission is not just laying the foundation for the future of AI for India, but it is laying the foundation for Viksit Bharat. That is what is needed for India to be a developed nation. So I'm always super excited to be at Abhishek's events because there's always something huge, always something new to be announced, and really looking forward to this one where we are going to announce a lot of important assets for the India AI Impact Summit, which is something that all of us are looking forward to. At Niti, we are working very closely with MITI to come out with roadmaps to call out impact for various sectors across 20 sectors, from healthcare, education, to manufacturing, to agriculture, to services, etc., for India, which will be ready by the time the India AI Summit happens. So again, all the best, Abhishek. And Minister, if you permit, I'm going to embarrass my dear friend Abhishek here today for a second by wishing him a very happy birthday. It is his birthday today. And therefore, a very auspicious start to things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Debjani ma'am. May I request Secretary MITI, Shri S. Krishnan, to kindly address this gathering.
Honorable Minister for Railways, Information Broadcasting and Electronics and Information Technology, the Principal Scientific Advisor, Professor Ajay Sood, our distinguished guests from overseas, from the University of California, Professor Stuart Russell, Professor Tallinn, distinguished fellow in the Niti Aayog, Ms. Debjani Ghosh, who's been a huge support to the AI mission over the past 2 years, my colleague Abhishek Singh, very many happy returns of the day, Abhishek, and my colleague in MITI, Ms. Kavita Bhatia. Ladies and gentlemen, it's quite amazing how an event about AI, how quickly it fills the hall, just about any time you want to have one. It just shows the degree of hunger, the degree of interest in this particular area and what people want to find out more and more about. The curiosity, the interest in something which most of us believe could be one of the most significant moments in history in terms of how it can transform the entire economy, how it can transform various other social aspects is truly to be believed. And this is the enthusiasm and the way that this attracts so much of, not just attention, but so much of interest amongst people who want to know more. And this is what makes India such a critical place in terms of the global talent which is there for AI. They say that the AI Stanford Index each year puts it out, and we're supposed to have one of the highest penetrations of AI skills in the Indian workforce. And in the last year, there's been almost a 33.4% increase in AI hiring in India. So all of this basically means that this is an area and this is a space on which we need to build and move forward. And sometimes not being the first off the blocks is not such a bad thing. You catch up on a number of other elements which can really work for you in terms of figuring out where things are going wrong, figuring out what would be the most optimum way of doing it, what would be a more cost-effective way of doing it, what would be a more strategic investment, how can you leapfrog on some of the developments which have already taken place, how can you actually base what you do further by standing on the shoulders of giants. So in every sense of the word, I think being a little late off the blocks is not a bad thing at all in the AI's case, and in AI's case, and I think that is being proved as we follow literature in the recent past that is getting proved more and more. And there is still, of course, a long way to go, and there are multiple ways in which India can develop from this. The model that we have developed under the India AI mission is a unique model, is different. There is government involvement, but to a very large extent, there's also the private sector which is involved in this entire enterprise, whether it is to create additional compute, whether it is to make India's new models, whether it is to look at use cases and applications which can be developed and deployed. In each of these areas, we are engaging very closely with the private sector through a number of innovative means and models, which again is unique in any one program. And that is what we have attempted and we've been successful in doing. Likewise, the Impact Summit, India is chairing the Impact Summit this year, the AI Summit, 4th in the series, the first 3, and in the way in which this is transitioned from being a safety summit in UK in Bletchley Park in November of 2023 to becoming an action summit in Paris in February 25, and now in 26 February becoming the Impact Summit. It just goes to show how things have progressed, how things are moving on, and how India is now focused on what could be the positive outcomes of AI, what are ways in which we can actually ensure that AI works for people. It needs to be a decentralized movement, it needs to be an inclusive movement, it needs to work for the people of the country. We need to deliver something positive for everybody in society. We need to deliver something positive for every country of the world. And that is the basis and that is the objective on which the AI Impact Summit is being put together. We are working in ways that can actually enable this to happen. The process of working on each of the independent strands of the AI Impact Summit have commenced in terms of what are the areas we need to work on. The emphasis is on people, planet, and progress. These are the 3 sutras of the AI Summit in terms of what is it that we are attempting there. And the areas that we work on, the themes or the chakras that we are working on are human capital, which is very critical, especially in a country like India. As I already mentioned, it is about inclusion and making sure that everyone gets included in this process. It is about safe and trusted AI so that you can trust it, you can feel protected, you can feel comfortable using AI in various walks of life. It's about resilience, because resilience, the one lesson that we've learned through COVID and through all the geopolitical turmoil that we see in the world is resilience is critical. How do you build models which are resilient? How do you build models where, energy and energy resilience, environmental resilience, sustainability, each of those aspects needs to be addressed. It's about developing science. Ultimately, how do we apply these new tools to deepen our understanding in scientific areas and harnessing more scientific discoveries for the betterment of humanity? So that's a clear area that we need to work on. It's about democratizing the availability of AI resources for everybody across the world. How do you make sure that adequate compute is available? How do you make sure that people are able to look at models? How do we make sure that applications which are developed can actually get deployed across the world, even in the poorer parts of the world? And this is something that India, as one of the leaders in the global south, can truly ensure. So these are the 7 themes around which the AI Summit is being built, and that is the work which is going on as we speak and we near the summit in February. You will see all of these details fleshed out in greater detail and in greater depth. And that would be the stage at which India would truly make its mark in the space of AI and AI's governance. I think that is what is important. Harnessing the good of AI for the betterment of humanity would be the focus that India would have, and how we do it and what would be the tools that we use to do it is the effort that we are currently engaged in and involved in. And each of these events contributes to that effort. As India AI mission progresses, and today you will see the way in which it is moving forward, what is it that we are able to contribute globally? What is it that we are being able to contribute to the welfare of the people of this country? How is it that we are able to reach out? That is the message which needs to be carried, and that is a message that events of this nature truly serve. So once again, I'd like to just thank the Honorable Minister for being here and all the visiting dignitaries who have joined us at very short notice to be present here and share their knowledge and share their perspective with us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you all.
Thanks very much, sir, for setting the stage for a transformative event. I would now like to request renowned scientist, Professor Stuart J. Russell from the University of California, Berkeley, to kindly give an address on AI. Some thoughts?
Thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation to be here. And thank you to the Ministry for taking on the organization of the summit. And I think based on the wisdom of the remarks that we've heard so far, the India AI mission is off to a very good start. And as was mentioned, I think we are at a critical point in human history. And this summit can ensure that humanity has a say in how human history unfolds. And that will be its most important function. So we're here to talk about AI. But it's important to remember that AI is not a single thing. Imagine instead that we were talking about physics and someone would say, okay, we need a governance plan for physics. It sort of wouldn't really make sense because physics is many different things, everything from electricity to atomic weapons and cell phones and lots of other things come from physics. The same is true for AI. And so when you hear a leading technology executive say, if you're against world-destroying AI, you're against better medical diagnosis. This is not true. You can be against world-destroying AI and in favor of better medical diagnosis because these are two different kinds of technologies. And if you look at maybe the biggest contribution that AI has made so far to our world, which I think is AlphaFold. So AlphaFold is a system for predicting the structures of proteins that has revolutionized structural biology, biochemistry, and the design of new pharmaceuticals. That technology has nothing to do with the development of world-destroying artificial general intelligence. And in my own work, we were able to develop a new monitoring system for the Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, which is much less well known than AlphaFold, but I still think it's useful. And again, it has no connection with the kind of artificial general intelligence that is so much talked about in the press. And when we talk about healthcare, when we talk about education, weather forecasting, improved scientific research, advice for small businesses and farmers, none of these advances require artificial general intelligence. So we need to separate how we think about policy, how we think about benefits, how we think about regulation. We must understand that this is not a unitary single technology that we're talking about. So I work nowadays, I worked for 50 years actually in AI of one kind or another. For most of that career, I was just working on trying to make AI systems more effective so that they could be more useful to human beings. In the last decade or so, I've worked on AI safety. AI safety means how do we make AI systems that do not harm human beings? And that includes not discriminating against them, not making mistakes in their medical diagnosis, and not deciding that they should be killed in the form of lethal autonomous weapons. And the complement of not harming is obviously providing benefit. So the technology that I work on is called provably beneficial AI. AI systems where we can actually prove mathematically that the system will be of benefit to human beings. And so when I hear that you can have safety or you can have benefits, that in some sense there is an opposition between these two concepts, it seems to me that this is a fallacy. In fact, you can have benefits only if you have safety. The nuclear industry found this out in 1986 when the nuclear plant at Chernobyl exploded. And if you look at the number of nuclear plants that have been built on Earth each year, it increased steadily up to about 50 new plants per year in 1986, and then it dropped to effectively 0. And from then up until the early 2000s, there were essentially no new nuclear plants built on Earth. And so we didn't get the benefits of nuclear power because we didn't attend to the safety of nuclear power enough. Now, there are many forms of governance that can promote safety. It doesn't just have to be regulation. Let me pick one example. Liability, the ability of someone who's been harmed to obtain redress in the courts from the person they believe has harmed them, is a form of regulation or a form of governance, if you like, that actually facilitates the function of markets. It is an innovation-promoting kind of governance. But at the moment, if your child is convinced to commit suicide by an AI system, the company that developed that system and promoted it and sold it will disclaim all liability for what happened to your child. I think this immunity from liability is causing a dysfunction in the markets. If you think about it, why would you not want to be liable? Well, you don't want to be liable if you think your product is doing more harm than good. But if you think your product is doing more harm than good, then why are you selling it? So I think liability and preventing the disclaiming of liability would be a huge step forward to improving our markets for this kind of technology. But I can't really avoid the elephant in the room, which is AGI, or artificial general intelligence. So this means AI systems that exceed human ability in essentially all tasks. And this is the technology in which the major AI companies are planning to invest $3 trillion over the next 3 years. This is 50 to 100 times larger than the Manhattan Project, which produced nuclear weapons during World War II. It is by far the largest technology project that the human race has ever undertaken. And at the moment, we have a number of unanswered questions about this project. And I think the lack of answers makes it very difficult for governments to know how to form policy in this area. The first unanswered question is, will it work? My own view, actually, is that there's probably a 75% chance that it will fail, that it won't deliver the kind of capabilities that they're hoping for, and then the investment values, the market values of those companies will collapse. Another unanswered question is, how does it work? The companies that are developing it really have very little idea what is going on inside their systems. They are not designed, they are grown, and we don't understand how they work inside. And then, if it works, can we control it? At the moment, the answer is no. We have no idea how to control systems of that level of capability. In fact, we have no idea how to control the systems we're already building. And then, if it works, and if we can control it, do we actually want it? Do we want to live in a world, do you want your children to live in a world where the vast majority of economic output, the vast majority of scientific and literary and creative output is produced by artificial intelligence systems. I think one of the dangers, besides the lack of human purpose that might result, is what we might call diseducation. That people will lose the incentive because there's no longer any economic or social purpose to it. They would lose the incentive to become educated. If you've seen the film Wall-E, you understand that this results in the enfeeblement of our species. Now, if you go back over human history, we have expended approximately 1 trillion person years in passing what we know to the next generation, in teaching our children to understand what we understand, and then to add to our understanding and pass it on to their children. And in fact, several of our technologies were passed on to us by pre-human species, who also passed it on over millions of years. Once we break that chain, it may not be possible to put it back together again. So I mentioned earlier that education is an area where AI can deliver enormous value without constituting artificial general intelligence. And I think this is true. So this area of education is perhaps the biggest benefit that AI can deliver to the human race in this decade. Every child on Earth could have access to a highly skilled, individualized tutor that will help them realize their full potential. So I think we can look to education as a litmus test for how we, the human race, are going to handle this challenge. Are we going to simply give up and say, well, let the AI system do it, the AI system can do my homework, the AI system can teach my class? Or are we going to use AI as a tool to make ourselves better, to increase our own capabilities and ambitions? Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. May I now request Mr. Jan Tallinn, founder Skype, to kindly address this August gathering.
Honorary Minister, dear experts, distinguished guests. Indeed, my name is Jan Tallinn. I'm probably best known for Skype. I am a technologist, and I do believe in the potential of technology to make the world better. Coding and internet changed my life, as well as my country. My country of Estonia has been pretty much built on the foundation of technology. So in India too, digital technologies are playing a big role in growing the economy and making life better, connecting people and creating jobs. But as Stuart Russell now just highlighted, AI, and when I say AI, I mean the frontier models, the current LLM paradigm, AI is fundamentally different because that technology is not coded, it is trained. It is trained in a way that is difficult to understand and control. So right now, AI is mostly a tool that helps us in the same ways. It makes us more productive, and it makes our lives easier. Right now, AI seems to be a tool. But will it stay that way? The pace of progress in AI means that humanity is coming up to some pretty big decisions. These are the most important choices of our generation. What decisions? The big ones are, what do we as humanity want from AI? What benefits are we expecting and creating? And secondly, even more importantly, what level of risk are we collectively willing to accept? So these are decisions that obviously affect the entire global community. Yet right now, They are being made by a number of CEOs that could fit in an elevator on behalf of 8 billion humans. It shouldn't be that way. And in fact, if you ask those CEOs in elevator, they point to each other and say, like, oh, I can't, my hands are tied because the other guys are racing. So in order for AI to remain the tool that we want to be, a tool that unlocks the benefits for us, we need to stay in the driving seat. Yet hundreds of billions, or as Stuart points out now, trillions, are going into developing AIs that will be agents and will have more autonomy. For a while, they'll become even more useful tools by being more independent, but jobs will definitely disappear. There are many digital tasks that become automatable if an agent can successfully work for several hours, and currently we are roughly around an hour mark. And that, sure, will be good for some people, but maybe not for a lot of people, especially in countries that rely on a lot of digital and remote work. And eventually, the AI will be good enough at long and complex tasks that they can take over work in the sciences and in the AI research itself. At that point, the biggest bottleneck that keeps AI progress at human understandable speeds, humans doing the work, disappears. Then the world starts running at machine speeds. What happens then? Turing Award winner Yoshua Bengio has argued that if we build powerful agents, the risk that they will go rogue cannot be dismissed. But we have another choice. Imagine the possibilities if we get this right. We can build a future where AI amplifies human potential instead of replacing us, where AI remains our most powerful tool and we remain in control. We can choose a safer path, one where AI remains humanity's most powerful tool, developed with careful guardrails and oversight. Now, this isn't really about slowing progress. It's about smart progress, where we don't try to develop human-level intelligence or superintelligence without proper safety measures, and where a few people don't roll the dice on all our lives. We can build AI systems that are transparent, predictable, and aligned with human values. AI that enhances human decision-making instead of replacing it entirely. Systems we can understand, control, have visibility over wherever we are on the planet, and systems we can shut down if necessary. Again, the benefits could be extraordinary and safety achieved. AI could help us cure diseases while doctors remain in charge of treatment. It could solve climate change while engineers oversee solutions. It could accelerate scientific discovery while researchers guide the direction. Safety doesn't limit the AI's potential, it unlocks it responsibly. Now, as we are gathered here, we know next year India hosts the AI Summit. The world's governments and the CEOs of the world's leading companies will convene here. This is our chance to choose safety without sacrificing progress or inclusion. It's a chance to make a difference, to call for these decisions to be made by humanity, not just by those CEOs in the elevator. India can lead in the world in building AI we can trust. I hope India seizes the opportunity because with right safeguards, AI will transform our world for the better, just like the other technologies. Because, as they rightly say, we are only one people on one planet, and we stand for progress. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, Professor Ajay Kumar Sood, to share his insights.
Hon'ble Minister Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji and all the other dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, experts in the audience from all sectors, and all the well-wishers of artificial intelligence, but also the skeptics of AI. It's really a wonderful moment at this time when we are really launching the AI Impact Summit, which will be happening very soon, 2026, in India. Needless to say that this is a landmark moment where India can play a very significant role in this evolving technology. So if you see what our Honorable Prime Minister quoted in Paris in 2025, I'll just repeat because it just says what AI stands for. He said, quote, "AI is writing the code for humanity in this century." So this is one of the, should I say, path-breaking technology, disruptive technology, which is not one technology in itself, but a combination of many of them, which is making a huge impact for human beings. Now, this AI summit, which will be happening here in February 2026, will be the first global AI summit in the global south. So that has a very significant role as its mandate or what it will deliver. Because India traditionally has always positioned itself as a bridge between advanced economies and the global south, aligning our priorities, whatever we have, and the inclusive growth with the global conversations on technologies. So this AI summit happening in Delhi in February 2026 is extremely important from this point of view also. Now, there are many aspects of AI which have been already mentioned by previous speakers, and the AI mission, how it is making all the difference. I remember a few months back, we were in the very hall when AI Kosh was announced and the 4 big projects were funded for the LLMs. Now, today again, another few of them will be unveiled. All this is telling us that what we need to do is to move at speed and on scale. Now, one aspect which is very important, again, which was brought out, is the safety aspect, the regulation aspect, but without really curbing the innovation. Now, keeping that in mind, as you know, that there was a committee constituted by mighty Honorable Minister under my leadership, under my chairmanship, and we had experts from all sectors in this to really come out with the framework which will look at all these aspects in a holistic manner. And today, before lunch, we had our final meeting today, which is resulting into culmination of what India stands for. And this document is really a result of the work of many, many people who are in this hall or who are on the stage, and also the consultations which were done after this preliminary report was put up on the website. Almost 2,500 inputs were received, out of which 600 were curated more, and out of that, what suggestions were made have been incorporated in a very positive manner in this report. So this report, in my view, will not only be serving India, but it also will be a kind of a report which other countries will be interested in to see how you can marry innovation and regulation together. They need not be separate. So I will not go into what has gone into that report. That will take me away from all this. But very soon it will be launched by MITI. So I think at this stage I was just when I was listening to the wisdom from the expert Professor Russell, This definitely has many points to ponder. But one thing I thought I should mention, that the AI mission at this stage is really not addressing or even looking at the aspects for AGI or artificial superintelligence. Our focus is really not on that at this stage. We are really seeing how we really take AI to the people, how we make their life simpler, how we make, how we increase the efficiency of whatever we do. So our first cut is on that aspect, but the dangers you pointed out are absolutely there and we need to address them. One thing I was just wondering, the one aspect I'm sure in coming years experts like you will address, because when we are looking at this AGI or whatever we call it, a superintelligence and so on, what we do not talk about is the energy need for all this, because we only have finite energy, and if all these efforts take a huge portion of energy, we need to really worry about the sustainability from that point. So in that sense, another technology which is co-developing in the last 10 years is the quantum computing, which is not anymore in the realm of just talking about it. There are quantum computing resources available on the web, and it is increasing by the day. And I don't think it will be too far when we will have 1 million quantum, 1 million qubit quantum computer, which is fault tolerant, available. If that happens, I'm just saying if that happens, and I think people like me think it will happen, maybe it will be topological qubits, maybe it will be the spin qubits, maybe photonic qubits. I don't know the answer, but if that happens, I think that time this artificial intelligence will have a real disruptive change, the way it will develop and the way it will deliver. So I am hoping for that moment. I am sure it will happen sooner than later. And in India, we have efforts on the quantum computing front in a modest way. We have the AI mission, and we have all the positive sense of how these technologies can be beneficial to the society. So with all this, let me congratulate once again mighty AI mission and the leadership here on the dais, who are really making this happen almost on day-to-day basis. We are moving forward. Thank you once again for really leading this show. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We will now move on to the key launches for the India AI Impact Summit 2026 and some announcements that will accelerate India's vibrant AI ecosystem. The logo for the India AI Impact Summit 2026 reflects India's ambition to lead the global movement on responsible AI innovation for humanity's greater good. The logo visually unites tradition with modernity, ethics with innovation, and India's national identity with its global aspirations, thus encapsulating the spirit of the India AI Impact Summit 2026. May I now request our Hon'ble Minister, Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, to kindly unveil the India AI Impact Summit 2026 logo. Thank you so much, sir, for unveiling this logo. To continue in the spirit of innovation and inclusivity, the Impact Summit has at its core several flagship initiatives, including global challenges and events. To know more about this, I would like to request our Honorable Minister, Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, to kindly launch the curtain raiser video on the India AI Impact Summit 2026.
Artificial intelligence is impacting the world like never before. And the world has moved from Bletchley Park to Seoul, from Paris, and now in 2026, all eyes turn to India in our collective quest for a global governance for responsible AI. Each step has sharpened our collective resolve to make artificial intelligence safe, inclusive, and actionable. On February 19th and 20th, world leaders, alongside the entire AI ecosystem, governments, industry, researchers, academia, startups, and students will converge in New Delhi, India. Their mission? To shape strategies on how this powerful technology can be harnessed for humanity's greater good. The India AI Impact Summit will be inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and will be guided by a clear mantra, Impact, rooted in 3 sutras of people, planet, progress. People, where AI empowers every citizen while ensuring that no one is left behind in the AI revolution. Planet, where innovation safeguards our environment and helps solve challenges for climate action. Progress, for economic productivity and inclusive growth. At the summit, 7 chakras as themes will guide the way forward. Human capital, inclusion, safe and trusted AI, resilience, innovation and efficiency, science, democratizing AI resources, and social good. This will help bring the global south to the center stage of AI discourse. More than 200 pre-summit events are envisioned across India and around the world, spanning panels, roundtables, and collaborations that lead into the summit. In the build-up, a series of global challenges and events will set the stage. The Global AI Pitch Fest, the Youth for Unnati and Vikas with AI Yuva Challenge, AI by Her for Women Innovators, AI for All Challenge, and a global research symposium. It all builds towards a summit of unprecedented scale, uniting nations and innovators to set the direction for AI's future. Across 7 themes, the summit will host 60+ sessions over 2 days, anchored by a vibrant AI expo that brings together startups, innovators, researchers, technology companies, and global pavilions. The India AI Impact Summit is where the greatest minds and leaders of the global AI ecosystem will come together to meet its greatest test, delivering impact on people, on planet, on progress. And it begins here in New Delhi, India.
Now reflecting on our collective imagination and citizen engagement, the official logo of the Impact Summit has emerged from a fiercely contested logo design challenge with more than 600 entries. The AI Impact Summit 2026 logo was developed through a contest held on the MyGov portal, and we have with us the winner today. To felicitate him, let me invite Shri Ajit P. Suresh from Trivandrum, Kerala, the logo design contest winner of the AI Impact Summit 2026 on stage. May I request our Honorable Minister, Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, to kindly felicitate him by awarding him the winning prize, a check of Rs 25,000. Thank you so much, sir. The India AI Foundation Models pillar within the mission aims to develop and deploy indigenous foundation models trained on India-specific data. Since the call for proposals launch, 506 proposals have been received till April 30th, 2025. 4 startups, Sarvam AI, Socket AI, Gyani AI, and GAN AI were selected to build foundation models. I request our Honorable Minister, Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, and dignitaries on the dais to felicitate the newly selected startups, starting with Avatar AI. Avatar AI aims to build foundation AI models for India, creating a suite of domain-specific specialized model avatars of up to 70 billion parameters optimized for Indian languages and contexts like agriculture, healthcare, and governance, aiming for a low-cost, scalable AI infrastructure to power on agentic AI platform that will be shared on AI Kosh. May I request Shri Shravant Aluru, CEO and co-founder, and Shri Gaurav Baid, CPO and co-founder, to kindly join us on stage. Yes, sir. Avatar? Thank you so much, sir. Next, we have the IIT Bombay Consortium, Bharat Gen. Bharat Gen aims to build a suite of multilingual and multimodal models ranging from 2 billion to 1 trillion parameters, integrating text, speech, and images. The team also plans to create smaller domain-specific LLMs for specific applications in agriculture, governance, finance, legal, health, and education, with an open source, open weights, and open recipe approach to build Indian sovereign foundational models. Joining us on stage, we have Professor Shirish Kedari, IIT Bombay, Professor Ganesh Ramakrishnan, IIT Bombay, Mr. Rishi Bal, Executive Vice President, Bharat Gen. Next, we have Fractal Analytics Limited. They propose to build India's first large reasoning model of up to 70 billion parameters focused on structured reasoning, deliberate problem solving, and agentic decision making with a focus on STEM and medical reasoning and creation of novel benchmarks for Indian context. Joining us on stage, Suraj Amonkar, Chief AI Research Officer, Kunal Singh, Lead AI Scientist, Gautam Bhutani, Senior AI Scientist. Please give them a round of applause. Next, joining us on stage, Tech Mahindra's Makers Lab. They have proposed model strategy that emphasizes the creation of a more efficient 8 billion parameter model tailored to specific groups of Indic languages focusing on Hindi dialects. They are also building an agentic AI platform, Orion, for real-time intelligence that will be made available on AI Kosh for government applications and beyond. Joining us on stage, the representative from Tech Mahindra, Nikhil Malhotra, Global Head of Makers Lab. Thank you so much. Next, we have Zentech AI Tech Innovations Limited. They will develop Brahm AI, India's pioneering science-driven foundation AI model, designed to advance engineering intelligence, scientific computing, and industrial innovation. This initiative will deliver multimodal foundation models ranging from 8 billion to 80 billion parameters, AI-powered applications, and a sophisticated data infrastructure. On stage, we have Dr. Shashi Kumar Ganeshan, Founder and Chief AI Officer, Professor IISc Bangalore, Shri Subramaniam Natarajan, Co-Founder, Dr. Sangeetha Rajshekharan, Director, Computational Science. Next, we have GenLoop, who's building GenLoop Intelligence Private Limited, is building foundation small language models, 2 billion parameters. The project delivers 3 models, Yukti Base, Varta Instruction, and Kavach Guard, supporting all 22 scheduled Indian languages with native reasoning capabilities rather than translation-based approaches and content moderation functionalities to use across multiple models. GenLoop representatives, Ayush Gupta, Founder and CEO, Ishan Gujjar, Research Engineer, Aman Saini, Product Growth Lead. Next we have NeuroDX, who proposed to develop a 20 billion parameter foundation AI model for EEG signal analysis to enable early screening of neurological disorders and build brain-computer interfaces. The project aims to create inexpensive, non-invasive diagnostic tools and integrate human capabilities with AI systems using transformer architectures. On stage, Dr. Siddharth Panwar, CEO, NeuroDX, and Assistant Professor IIT Mandi, Dr. Puneet Agarwal, Principal Director, Neurology, Max Super Speciality Hospital, New Delhi, Sandeep Singh, AI ML Specialist, Founder, Neuron AI. Lastly, we have Shodh AI, who proposed to develop a 7 billion parameter foundation model for material discovery with an automation framework that integrates the AI model into the actual process of material discovery, from data gathering to planning and evaluation experiments. On stage, we have Arastu Sharma, CEO, Shodh AI, Dr. Sunny Manchanda, Director of DRDO Young Scientist Laboratory, and Ms. Mitali Bhargava, Vice President, Sales. Thank you so much, everyone. We congratulate the selected teams and look forward to their groundbreaking work. The rapid advancement of AI presents unique challenges. Research on responsible AI, particularly in public service applications, remains dispersed and fragmented. To truly fulfill India's vision for AI for all, we are publishing this research compendium to provide a consolidated framework of actionable research and collaboration on responsible AI. The final selection of 15 submissions published in this compendium, 4 from invited expert speakers and 11 from the conference shortlist track, engages with interesting and wide range of topics from authors based in over 11 countries, including India, United States of America, France, Australia, Norway, United Kingdom, Finland, Kenya, Ireland, Belgium, and Germany. We are thankful to the editors who were also the stewards of this entire initiative. Professor Balaraman, Ravindran, IIT Madras, and Shri Abhishek Singh, CEO India AI. May I request our Honorable Minister to kindly unveil the research compendium on responsible AI. Thank you very much. As part of the Future Skills Initiative under the India AI Mission, a network of 570 data and AI labs will be set up across the country, of which the first set of 30 data and AI labs are being launched. 27 labs in collaboration with NILED and 3 new state-of-the-art labs in Mokokchung in Nagaland, Mao in Madhya Pradesh, and Mohali, established in partner with industry partner Intel. The labs are being launched in Gorakhpur, Lucknow, Haridwar, Kurukshetra, Bikaner, Ropar, Shimla, Srinagar, Jammu, Leh, Agartala, Aizawl, Dibrugarh, Guwahati, Imphal, Shillong, Itanagar, Kohima, Gangtok, Buxar, Muzaffarpur, Patna, Bhubaneswar, Ranchi, Tezpur, Calicut, and Aurangabad. Foundation-level AI and data courses will be delivered through these labs. Now I request our Honorable Minister, Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, to kindly launch the 30 data and AI labs that are dedicated to the nation.
The India AI Lab at ICIT will empower students in the Northeast with AI skills tailored to local needs such as agriculture and community development.
The AI Skill Lab has profoundly transformed the learning journey of our students. With the upgraded infrastructure, our students are now reaching for the stars and coming up with innovative solutions by leveraging their AI knowledge and skills.
At CDAC Mohali, the emphasis is on pioneering AI research and developing scalable solutions that can accelerate AI transformation across sectors including cybersecurity, applied ethics, healthcare, and Industry 4.0.
Namaskar. CDAC Mohali is proud to be a part of a very important initiative of Government of India's India AI Mission. Through this, together with Intel India, we have established this India AI Data Lab that will cater to a wide range of audience starting from students, faculty, professionals, and entrepreneurs. Through this data lab, we hope to contribute to India's vision of becoming a global hub because we believe AI is for everyone.
In MCTE Mahu, the focus will be on leveraging AI for strengthening national security through advanced telecommunication systems and training the next generation of defense technologists. These India AI Data Labs have established the benchmark that is now being emulated across 27 locations in India and more on the way.
AI is reshaping every industry. India is on a mission to democratize access to AI, empower its youth, and prepare a workforce ready for the digital future. Under the India AI mission, 570 plus data and AI labs will be established across Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. World-class compute and AI skilling will reach every corner of India, unlocking opportunity for youth everywhere, preparing them for the jobs of tomorrow. Students will train in future-ready courses on data annotation and data curation. Accredited by NCVAT and aligned with NSQF, these courses will lay the foundations of data economy. Today, the first 27 data and AI labs spread across the country, from Leh to Calicut, from Shillong to Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, are being launched. Gorakhpur, Lucknow, Haridwar, Kurukshetra, Bikaner, Ropar, Shimla, Srinagar, Jammu, Leh, Agartala, Aizawl, Dibrugarh, Guwahati, Imphal, Shillong, Itanagar, Kohima, Gangtok, Buxar, Muzaffarpur, Patna, Bhubaneswar, Ranchi, Tejpur, Calicut, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. Here, students will not just learn, they will prepare for real jobs in the fast-growing data economy, gaining the skills to power industries, create innovations, and shape the world of tomorrow. The India AI Data Labs will empower the future of a generation prepared to lead in the AI age.
Thank you so much, sir. To ensure that talent is nurtured and supported across disciplines such as engineering, medicine, law, commerce, business, and liberal arts, we are proud to announce the expanded India AI Fellowship Program. The program now supports over 8,000 undergraduate, 5,000 postgraduate students, and 500 PhD scholars across the country, thus ensuring that the benefits of AI education reach every sector of our knowledge economy. The fellowships have been expanded to include students of all disciplines, including medicine, law, commerce, humanities, amongst others. The India AI Research Fellowship is now at par with PM Research Fellowships. To ensure seamless access, transparency, and mentorship for students, we are also launching the India AI Fellowship portal. This platform will serve as a single digital gateway for undergraduate, postgraduate, and doctoral scholars to apply and track progress and review their applications. Can we have the video, please?
The Future Skills Pillar builds India's AI talent pipeline and democratizes access to AI education from UG to PhD. Presenting the India AI Fellowships under the Future Skills Pillar. Built for scale and inclusion with fellowships with 8,000 undergraduates, 5,000 postgraduates, and 500 PhD scholars. Now open beyond engineering to medicine, law, commerce, business, and liberal arts, providing support that accelerates impact. Momentum is building. BTech and MTech students from across the country are being funded in the first year from top colleges such as IITs and NITs. Now it's easier than ever. The new India AI Fellowship portal is live. Apply now and start your AI journey.
Thank you so much. It is now my privilege and honor to invite our chief guest, Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, Hon'ble Minister for Electronics and Information Technology, Railways and Information and Broadcasting, to deliver the keynote address.
Thank you, friends. At the outset, let me invite you all to the AI Impact Summit in February 2026. Welcome you all. After very profound speeches by two experts, I don't think I have to say anything. They said all, both of you, professors. And the excellent work done by our PSA, Professor Sood, which is going to be unveiled shortly in a few days from now, I think we are on good track. The AI mission has made very good progress. And as Abhishek starts writing books, we'll start calling him Professor Abhishek now. Wish you very happy birthday, Abhishek. He carefully selected the day, na? So that he doesn't have to give a separate party. He can do it on AI mission. Good. So, friends, as you are aware, the AI mission is taking shape, progressing steadily, making progress on each and every pillar that we selected for ourselves. अगर हम शुरू से देखें तो सबसे बड़ा हमारा फोकस था कैसे हम कंप्यूट फैसिलिटी प्रोवाइड करें हमारे large number of students, researchers, startups सबको उस पैरामीटर पे 10,000 GPU का टारगेट रखा था, and we are already 38,000 GPUs. I think that's a very good progress. We should not look at क्या ये sufficient है क्या नहीं है. We should keep adding. Utilization will come. We should keep adding more and more GPUs. More and more resources should be available, because we don't really know कल कितनी उसकी ज़रूरत पड़ेगी, कितना ज़्यादा ज़रूरत पड़ेगा. Better है कि हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा resource लेते जाएं. For example, when IIT Bombay team is going to work on their sovereign model, they are looking at even 1 trillion parameters. So far we were looking at 120 billion parameter as the biggest LLM, and IIT Bombay team will be looking at even much bigger than that. So we will require a lot of resources, so keep working on that. I think Abhishek ji, that's a big target for you. How do you add more GPUs? Kitna add karoge? Another 10,000?
Yes, sir. We are opening up the next round to hopefully 10 to 20,000.
10,000 more. That's his return birthday gift. The models which were selected earlier are also progressing very well. I think we are on track to unveil our models by the time the Impact Summit comes. We are also looking at a big focus on skilling, as you would have noticed today. You might have noticed that the AI data labs are located in very diverse locations, not really the typical Bangalore, Pune kind of locations, but in very, very diverse locations. That's by design. That's not something which is accidental. That shows our approach at inclusivity, at inclusive growth, making sure that the technology is democratized in line with the Prime Minister's vision, making sure that everybody gets the same access to opportunities which the big cities are having. That's very clear thought process, and that's why the 500 plus data labs target that we have taken will be spread out across the country, which will open opportunities for very many students going forward. You might have also noticed that our selection of partners for developing models, that is also changing. That's adopting to the latest thought process in the technical world. The technical world guides us that models which are focused on solving the problems in a particular sector, they will be more effective, they will have more utility, they will be more in demand going forward compared to large omnibus models. We will require the large omnibus models, which our teams at Servam and teams at IIT Bombay will be continue to focus on those models. But we will also require 1,000 small models which basically solve specific problems. For example, one of the models that has been selected today will be focusing primarily on healthcare. Another one would be focusing primarily on material sciences for use in our Atmanirbhar Bharat journey. So that's a very well thought through strategy we have adopted. I'm glad the results, whether in semiconductor or in AI or in electronics manufacturing, the team Mighty is doing very well. Give them a big round of applause. And also, the thing that you would like to know, the DPDP rules are ready, about to be published in a few days from now. So hopefully by next week, Seksab. I'm not putting you on a spot, right? Seksab says he's ready. So let's keep a date then. What date would you like to announce it on? So today is what, 18th September? 28th? Outer limit? Before 28th September we should publish it. So that's a good journey, and again the thought process was we wanted to be very, very consultative. There was a group of people from press who had some doubts, so we engaged very deeply with them. We understood their concerns, explained the thought process, and then only we went on with the publication of the rules. Overall, all the big 5 themes that we took are progressing very well. Recently, we started the ARM semiconductor design facility, which will be designing 2 nanometer chips. Very happy with that, because that shows the trust that the world has placed on our journey, and that trust is going to bear very good results. I am also happy with the electronics component manufacturing scheme. We have applications which will basically bring investment of about 60,000 crore rupees. 60,000 crore rupees, and that kind of investment, there will be many products which will be at global scale. So the journey that we took with starting with the finished goods, and there too the progress is very good. You must have seen the news in the recent times. Practically all the models of Apple phone are now manufactured in India to begin with, and most of the geographies will be advanced countries, rich countries will be getting the Apple phones, iPhones manufactured in India. So that's a good progress that we have made, and the ecosystem is expanding very fast. By now, if you look at the supply chain of all the mobile phones and electronics components, the numbers, supply chain partners goes more than 700 units, where different components, sometimes small, sometimes big, sometimes of high value, sometimes of low value, more than 700 units are now participating in the supply chain. I was very thrilled to see recently in Bengaluru, a team showed me the very precise components which withstand very difficult conditions of temperature and pressure and all. And those components are used in manufacturing the machines which manufacture chips. And today, India is manufacturing those components. Another very big win for our country in such a short time frame. As our Prime Minister has inspired us, we will be manufacturing chips. We will also be manufacturing the machines that manufacture chips, and we will be manufacturing the materials that go into manufacturing chips. The complete ecosystem we will be developing. So friends, and this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Some of the best times for semiconductor industry in India are ahead of us. That journey has begun. The journey for AI has begun. The journey for electronics manufacturing is going on at a very good pace. So I once again wish you all, and once again invite you to the AI Impact Summit, which will set a totally new tone for the entire world. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Now I would like to request Shri Abhishek Singh, Additional Secretary Niti, CEO India AI and DGNIC, to kindly felicitate the dignitaries on the dais, starting with Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji. Professor Ajay Sood, Shri S. Krishnan, Professor Stuart J. Russell, Ms. Debjani Ghosh, Mr. Jan Tallinn. Thank you so much. To formally conclude today's event, may I invite Ms. Kavita Bhatia, COO India AI and Scientist G, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
Hon'ble Minister Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, Minister for Electronics and IT, Railways and IB, Professor Sood, PSA, Secretary Mighty, S. Krishnan, Abhishek Singh, AS Mighty, and esteemed dignitaries on the dais off the dais, industry leaders, researchers, innovators, and members of our AI ecosystem. It's my proud privilege to stand here before you today and conclude this momentous India AI Impact pre-summit event. Together, we have witnessed the power of collaboration, innovation, and commitment for advancing India's AI journey. Today marks a truly historic milestone as we witness the unveiling of India's AI Impact Summit logo, symbolizing our nation's unified vision for AI excellence, alongside the announcement of several key flagship initiatives under the summit that will shape the future of AI development and adoption across the globe. These initiatives represent not just technological advancement, but comprehensive roadmap for India's emergence as a global AI leader. With the launch of 30 data and AI labs across the country, we are bringing AI education to youth in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. These courses on data annotation and curation will create new jobs to fuel the data economy. Additionally, the new 8 startups joining our mission to build India's foundation model, we are strengthening our technological sovereignty, ensuring that AI systems are powering India's innovation ecosystem. Together, these initiatives are nurturing a moment that will position India not just as a consumer of AI technology, but as a global leader in responsible AI innovation, where talent and technology converge to create solutions that serve humanity. On behalf of entire India AI mission team, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Minister Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji for his unwavering leadership, Shri Ajay Sood, Krishnan sir, Abhishek sir, and Debjani ma'am for their strategic guidance, and all the government officials, industry partners, researchers, and innovators who contribute tirelessly every day to make this mission a success. A special thanks to all my friends who have joined us today, our organizing team from NEGD, headed by President and CEO NEGD, and India AI team, who have worked diligently to bring this event to a life. Let us continue to collaborate, innovate, and build future where AI empowers every sector, every industry, and every citizen of India. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. And as we embark on this exciting chapter of India AI, we invite you to stay engaged, stay ambitious, and stay innovative. May I request the media to proceed for the press conference at the Friendship Lounge, bang opposite this hall. And we invite the rest of our dignitaries and audience to kindly join us for high tea. Have a wonderful evening ahead. Thank you.